Hi there. We are live today on Tuesday since yesterday was the holiday here in the United States, with it being Memorial Day. And I knew that a lot of my audience was probably out, either having a cookout, picnic, whatever. And it's also a busy time of the year. I know that end of the school year is happening in so many locations that a lot of moms are extremely busy. So I know that we are not, taking care of ourselves as easily right now because we're so busy doing the end of the year things. It's end of the year, maybe for school, definitely colleges, middle school, high school, elementary school, all the schools are ending or maybe have already ended, and you are getting into the routine of getting your kids, situated for the summer months. And so I know that it is tight schedules to get in and take care of yourself. But if you are here, thank you for joining Calm Mom Conversations. This is a place where you can take a moment for yourself, a time when you can just listen and get some support or feedback in regards to how do you take care of you? How do you be the best version of yourself? I am Stacy Johnson. I'm a resilience and momentum specialist, and I help overwhelmed moms create calm over chaos to create the financial freedom they want for their families without adding extra time, or wasting time and spending a lot of money trying to figure it out. So again, like we always say, grab your favorite beverage and come with me for a few moments. I am drinking water today, but let's go ahead and get started. Before we start, we're going to take that deep breath, but I'm going to guide you on that breath today. I want you to breathe in for 4. We'll hold it for 4 and then release for 6. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Again, breathe in for 4. Hold it and release. And this time, when you breathe in, I want you to identify a feeling that you would desire to be feeling. Is it calm? Is it peace? Is it love? And then on your release, when we release for 6, I want you to envision releasing whatever feeling is uncomfortable for you. If that's sadness, if that's grief, if that's anger, if that's frustration, if that's just exhaustion, whatever feeling you're feeling that you are identifying as uncomfortable for you, I want you to release that as you release on the 6. So let's go ahead and breathe in for 4. Envision or think about that feeling you desire. Hold it and release for 6. And as you released, I hope you release that uncomfortable feeling that you're feeling. So I want you to envision, I want you to think about, like, if you want a happy life, then you need to let things be. You need to stop trying to control the things. Stop trying to figure out all the answers. You need to stop trying to ensure for someone else to see your worth. And I want you to talk to yourself the same way you would talk to your best friend. But as I was talked about last week in Mom Stop Trying to Analyze Everything video, we're going to go into more detail this week in regards to that control, the idea of controlling. So In the beginning, I said, if you want a happy life, you need to stop trying to control everything. We all have that idea of what things should look like, and we try to control the outcome for it to do that. Our brain is designed to problem solve, and it's designed to keep us safe. And with that idea, we do a lot of things to try to keep the uncertainty away from us, because uncertainty creates anxiety or fear. And so doing those things, doing these, things to try to control the outcome, you actually create more anxiety for yourself and more exhaustion. So if we're wanting to create that happy life, we need to learn to let go of controlling. And what we've been doing on these lives is we've done some mindfulness activities. I've done some grounding. And so we are going to pick a card today to do one of the mindful acts, and again, or interventions or activities. And again, I am a therapist. I've been a therapist for 25 years, and I use mindfulness in my practice. And so I, went to a somatic training and got a lot of these cards, this box of cards. So we are going to, it's not like you can purchase these. So we will look to see which one we will. I don't think we've done this one. This is called hand drumming, and this technique can be utilized for various purposes, including relaxation, stress reduction, and sensory stimulation. By tapping into the body's natural rhythms and sensations, hand-body drumming can help individuals connect with themselves, promote mindfulness, and facilitate emotional expression. So this is an activity that you will not be able to do if you are, driving, or so it would be. But again, a lot of these activities that I like to talk about do not require equipment, do not require us to spend money and like going to, getting massage therapy or things like this. These are activities that we can build into our day to create that calmness. And ultimately, that is part of our self-care. And so in this technique, you will find a comfortable position and relax. You'll decide where to drum on your body or surface. So if that is your legs, I don't know if I can move this down. So if it's your legs, maybe your chest, but place hands above that chosen surface. And then tap gently with your palms or your fingertips in a soothing rhythm. Pay attention to the sensations and the sounds. Listen to what it sounds like. What does it feel like as you drum? Keep your mind focused on the drumming and take deep breaths to enhance your relaxation. Drum as long as desired, adjusting the rhythm as needed. And again, when you are done with this, notice how you feel afterward. And maybe the next time that you do that drumming, you go to a different location on your body and compare the two. See how it feels differently. We're also going to end with some affirmations. Now, affirmations are very useful, especially if you are using them on a daily practice, because the idea with affirmations is you're going to basically retrain your brain to be focusing on different words, because that other part of that sentence that I said when we're looking for happiness is we're going to talk to ourselves in the same way we would talk to our best friend. And so when we are stressed, sometimes unhelpful statements to ourselves can come out. And so what the goal is when we use affirmations is that you're retraining your brain to have a different playlist to go to when you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed. But then the affirmations start to change your mindset also for the day, but then also changes, again, those feelings that we're having. And since we've been focusing on, control, I wanted to add in some safety and some control affirmations. So here are some affirmations that you may use to help with this idea. So I don't need to control everything to feel safe. And when you hear the affirmation, please say it out loud to yourself, or you can say it in yourself. So I will say it once, and then I will give us a moment so that you can repeat that to yourself, and then I will go on to the second one. So again, I do not need to control everything to feel safe. I can pause without figuring out everything. My thoughts are not emergencies. I trust myself to handle what is next. Peace comes when I stop fighting uncertainty. I am safe even when I don't have all the answers. Now, again, you are welcome to go back through those affirmations, pause, say them to yourself. But then the other thing that I wanted to share with you today is there's an opportunity that I am involved in that has been creating my own time and financial freedom. It's this opportunity that is involved in an awesome community that we get tons of support. And once you're on my team, we would have like weekly Zoom calls you could get coaching and, some opportunities with me when you are on that team. It is a way that I am building that financial and time freedom without taking any other time away from my family. And it's creating that extra time for me because it builds in the background. So I would love for you to look into that opportunity, and you're welcome to, comment freedom, and I will give you the information that you need to, look into that. So I am so glad that you joined today's practice. And next week, I would love for you to join live on Monday. Let's double check my calendar here. Monday, June 1st, we will go live at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And I would love to be able to have you join us. We're going to do a question and answer time when you can ask questions. We're going to have a one topic to discuss more in details, and I would love for you to join because, again, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel as well. We are above 1,000 followers. Thank you so much for doing that. And share this content and make sure, because a lot of you are still just viewing there's 90% of you come on, view the content, but don't subscribe. So love for you to subscribe. Go ahead and do that now. So then that way you can be a part of this community and get all the information every time I bring something onto the channel. And soon there will be a membership called Momentum Makers. And that's going to be a supportive community for moms to get information and have exclusive trainings. So again, thank you for joining me, and make sure you subscribe.